My name is Megan Harrison. I live in Chicago, Illinois, and my business is called Megan Harrison LLC.
Okay. Megan, thanks for taking the time to share your experience today. Now, Megan Harrison LLC is actually a front for what business, though?
For what my business actually does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I help companies that are transitioning from the startup stage of business to, well, actually ramp up to scale up. So they're in need of the systems and processes in order to scale their business. And I automate everything from e-commerce to marketing launches and campaigns through Infusionsoft and marketing strategies.
Perfect. And so, what did you, or what got you to the business that you're in? What have you been doing in the past?
In the past, I was doing something very different. I was in hospital management for 4 years, and really, I felt like things were just stagnant. I wasn't using my potential like I could, so I started my own business. Really, just jumped in. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And I've always loved marketing and systems and processes. They just come naturally to me. So I
So,
fell
when
into
you started your business, did you actually jump right into doing the exact same thing that you're doing now, or did it look a lot different?
it started out more as website design and marketing strategies just from a digital standpoint.
Hmm.
And it's progressed more into, or I'm not doing the website design as much anymore, more doing the strategy implementation or the strategy concepts and then implementing the systems needed to grow a business.
Yeah. And so, you help people a lot with just taking the overwhelm out of technology and showing them really how to implement it in their business that actually automates and sort of optimizes the marketing part of the business, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. So we come to the end of 2014 and you saw an email or an advertisement online or something for with this ugly mug on it, and you clicked on it. And what was it about the program that when you were watching it, it made sense to you, or where were you in your business that you thought that this could help?
So, I mean, I actually remember exactly when I got the email because I usually don't click on emails like that. And one came through, and I think it said something about strategic planning for 2015. And I was actually just in the process or to start doing strategic planning for the next year.
Hmm.
And I knew it was most likely going to lead to a course. And I even said to myself, like, while I was watching the first video, like, there's no way in hell I'm buying another course. Like, this is not going to do it. I know this is a launch, but it's not going to happen. And really, just the videos, they were so insightful and just so informative, and the way that you presented things. Like, by the third video, I was like, damn it, I'm gonna buy it. But I was really happy about it too.
Yeah. So, but what was it like? What was the kind of need of the place of the business that you're at right then?
So what I was looking for, I really just felt completely stuck where I was because, I mean, I was actually doing very well
Hmm.
for my business. I've been in business for about exactly a year actually, because I put my resignation in Thanksgiving the year prior. But I was just to the point where I felt like I couldn't take on any more work myself. Like I was overwhelmed that I needed to hire someone, but I felt like I couldn't afford to hire someone,
Yeah.
but then wouldn't take on any more work because I didn't feel like I had enough time. So it was just like this repetitive, like ending, horrible looping cycle.
Just that you're on the hamster wheel.
Yeah, I just like kept like no momentum, no traction. And I really was just looking for someone to show me or give me some type of tools or some type of systems to be able to get me through that hump, like over to the next stage.
Yeah. Yeah. So you obviously went against your promise and you signed up for the 90-day program. And so what's been the last 90 days been like for you?
Um, they've been amazing. Everything that you've taught has really, I've tried to put everything that you've taught and put it into practice. And I've really seen some like incredible results from it. Um, I've doubled my business revenue from quarter four to quarter one
Hmm.
of 2015. And since we're like a third of the way into quarter two, I've met 70% of my revenue of quarter one, which
Wow.
cool. So if I'm on track to do 210%, which would therefore mean I quadrupled my business revenue from quarter four 14 to quarter two 250.
That's, I mean, those are obviously some huge wins. And then what about on the like systems side of your own business? I mean, you're really good at helping people with their marketing systems, but what about allowing you to sort of remove yourself a little bit from that and bring on other people? Any sort of wins on that side of things?
Yeah, so I mean that's my forte. That's what I love to do is the systems and processes. And I had those in place to a certain extent for myself, but I felt like I was working on everyone else's business and mine was being put to the side. But now because I've been able to bring in a lot more revenue, I've been able to handle a lot more projects because I've got better at like time management and just tasking and focusing on the important aspects of my business. I have been able to put so much more time and effort into those systems, which have just all contributed to the growth that I've experienced.
And I know that you're on this other phase right now of hiring, going out and hiring, and going to colleges and starting to recruit people as well. So, I mean, that's probably what your next 90-day phase is going to be about. Is a lot of that side of things, isn't it?
Yes, growing my team, and even like I can still put the process goals in place there. So I tried something for a few weeks, it just wasn't working. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted to with just online recruiting and sifting through resumes that way. So I'm going to now switch over to in-person colleges, job fairs, interns, and we'll see like progress that way.
Yeah. But I mean, that kind of gets to one of the big parts of the 90-year program is talking about just closing feedback loops really, really quickly with the way that we do the performance sprints. And, a typical business owner would probably try and tough out the job boards for another, several months before they finally actually gave up on it in frustration. Whereas the way that it's structured is you kind of close that loop within a 2-week time frame instead of, spinning your wheels for a long time.
Yeah. So that's been really beneficial.
And then was there any part of the program or was there any particular session that really kind of spoke to you or really kind of, met you at the need that you're at right then and there?
So apart from the 2-week sprints, because that was very, very helpful, spoke to me exactly what I needed it to, was the Entrepreneurial Scorecard and constraints. So the Entrepreneurial Scorecard, I try to track everything that I was doing, and it really, after you start paying attention to something like that, because it hit you just on a visceral level where it just disgusts. You're just like so disgusting if you're working on something that just isn't in line with like what you really should be doing. Because basically, in my mind, when you realize that, it's like you're just self-sabotaging and throwing away like everything you're working for because you won't get past moving forward.
Yeah.
Keep staying there.
Yeah. And then the constraint side of things, why'd that one help out so much?
Because I was tending to just try to take on anything. I can do a lot as far as marketing and website design and graphic design, but after really combining the two, the entrepreneurial scorecard and the constraints, I was spending so much time on the design aspect of it where really I felt like my zone of genius is more in the strategy and putting together marketing launches and campaigns, and it's also much more profitable.
Yeah.
So I've been able to constrain a lot of my business services down to just a few offerings instead of everything.
Yeah, it's that kind of 80-20 rule. Like you kind of take a look at all the products and services you have, and really it's the 20% that makes up the 80% of your revenues. Plus, it's usually the 20% that you really like doing anyway.
Yeah.
That's great. So, has the program? I know some people have had like quite a few wins just with the fact that how it's affected them with their personal lives as well. Anything on that side of things? Now, I know you're not married or have kids or something like that. So, has there been, time that's freed up so you can actually do some of the things that you like doing at all, or
back again? Yes, it has a lot actually. So when I have like my time with my friends or my time with my boyfriend, I try to only focus on that, like implementing the constraints there as well, where when you work, you work, when you play, you play. And that way you can actually benefit or actually relax and let go instead of always having your phone or your computer or trying to do half and half and not really getting anything out of it. And then I've also been able to put time away to go to networking events. Like I've actually been gone for almost 3 weeks from where I actually live in Chicago, and I went to a social media marketing World conference and then Infusionsoft conference. Back to Florida to visit family. So it's helped with a lot for my personal side as well.
Great. And I ask everybody the question about, if there's 3 words to describe the program or even myself, I guess, what would those 3 words be?
I would say thought-provoking, definitely for the course. Really makes you think. Transformational, and more towards you would just be ingenious. Like everything that you've taught was just amazing.
That's going to go at the top of my website now. Well, thanks, Megan. Anything that I missed asking that you think is important to kind of share with your experience at all?
Like apart from the lessons and learning in the course and the program, another huge benefit of the 90-day year was the relationships that were able to be formed throughout the 90 days. So I really wasn't expecting that, but it seemed like the program attracted not a higher level, but people, they could have been at any stage of business, whether startup, ramp up, scale up.
Yeah.
But everyone felt like they had the same type of drive to get to the next level, no matter where they were. And I think that's one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself or your business is to surround yourself with people like that as much as possible. Because not only you learn from them, but if you're competitive like me, like it just pushes you to just try even harder and just up your game.
Yeah.
So that was another huge aspect of the program that I loved.
210% revenue growth. That's a pretty healthy number.
That's just from quarter 1 to quarter 2. From quarter 4 before the program, that's 400% revenue growth.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty
I'm usually pretty good with math on the spot too, so I'm not adding and multiplying things up properly.
So
no, I mean that's amazing.
When I was thinking about it, when I was relaunching my next 90-day year,
Yeah.
at the end of the program, I was like, holy crap. I was like, that's really quadrupled.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
That's great. And so what do you think, what do you think is in store for these next 90 days? I mean, we're already a few weeks into them. So, what are you sort of looking forward to?
Most importantly would be bringing on employees in my team, growing my team so that I can focus even more on the higher level aspects of my business.
Yeah.
And then I'm also launching a new program, an online course. So I'm extremely excited about that. And that's one of the things that I was working on a lot, or more than a lot, constantly throughout the 90-day year program that we were doing.
Yeah. Great. Well, I mean, you were successful before you even came to the 90-day year. So, if that just sort of refined it and, sped up the process, then that's just even better. So, congratulations again, Meg.
Thank you. I'm extremely grateful for everything that you taught us, and it was the best program that I've ever done. I promise you that.
Thanks, Megan. Cheers.
Bye.